This is the Mountain Mover by Holy Island Audio, and this is just about as heavy as Fuzz gets. You could probably tell from the looks, but Holy Island Audio are not about subtlety. Let's hear the full sweep of the gain knob before anything else, just so that you know what you're in for with this pedal. Hey, I'm Kai Down. This is a sponsored video as Holy Island Audio have sent me this pedal out for review, though no money has changed hands. There's timestamps in the description and chapter markers if you'd like to skip around a bit. Let's first hear it in the context of a full mix. In this full mix demo, I use the Mountain Mover as sort of the quad-tracked guitars over the top of a layer of 5150 guitars. This adds a really nice grind to it that I really enjoy. So I had to film all of the playthroughs of this pedal separately because this pedal is so massive that it wouldn't fit in my normal pedal video setup. Just so you know before you get into it, this thing is absolutely huge. This is probably the biggest pedal I own. So for the start of this video, I'd like to try out my BRRRR S2 into my orange rock reverb with the Mountain Mover up front. The Mountain Mover is essentially a modded Big Muff with the addition of a ring mod. For the Fuzz side, we've got three very basic controls. We've got volume, tone, and gain. These are all nice big controls that you can adjust with your feet while you're playing, which I really do appreciate. These three switches all correspond to the Fuzz side of this pedal. The first switch is going to partially bypass the tone stack, meaning that the tone control doesn't have as much of a sweep to it, and it changes up the sound of the pedal. The second switch is somewhat magical for a big muff especially. It changes the mid-frequency for the pedals so that it actually cuts through a mix where a standard big muff would normally get lost. The third switch is a character switch that gives you two distinctly different gain stage sounds. In the upwards position, this is going to be a more classic super fuzz sort of sound, and in the down position, this is completely blown out. Now the ring mod side can be configured with either a latching switch or a momentary switch depending on what you want when you order it. Mine's got the momentary switch and I think I would prefer it like this. You've got two controls for the ring mod section. You've got a tune knob which just changes the pitch of the ring mod and a simple volume knob. One cool thing about the ring mod that I actually can't take advantage of is on the back you've actually got a CV input so that you can control it with external control voltages. This will of course override the tune knob on the pedal. Now I'm still getting used to this ring mod, it's very ugly sounding, but I'm really enjoying how it works. I'd also like to hear how this one sounds in stupidly low tunings, so let's hear it in drop E with my BRRRR growler. This is a 30-inch baritone with 15 to 80 gauge strings on it. drop E into a higher gain setting on the amp. I ought to mention, before I get into the review section, this pedal currently costs £180. Also, if you're enjoying this video so far, please feel free to drop me a like, a comment, a subscribe. All that sort of stuff helps me out massively and goes a long way towards boosting this channel. So for my review, I guess the first thing that I want to talk about is that the ring mod is hard to use. That's not anything wrong with the pedal itself, that's simply my experience with ring mods. It's so abrasive, so abrupt, and so cutting that you've really got to spend a lot of time figuring out how to use it. I think personally I'm just basically going to use it as a smash box whenever I want to completely destroy everything in a breakdown. Onto the tones though, I am loving the tones of the big muff side of this circuit. I don't think I've ever experienced quite a nice sounding big muff. It's just got all of this lovely presence and mid-range, and it sounds exactly like you'd want a fuzz to sound, and it just fits in a mix so well. I will say the size is a big commitment. This thing is absolutely huge, and it does make it quite difficult to plan a pedal board around. I am working on it though, so we'll see if it can make it to my next pedal board build. Side note, if you didn't see my last pedal board build, I'll leave a link in the description box down below for you to check that one out. So that's everything that I've got for this video. I tried to keep it short, but I just got so obsessed with everything in this playthrough. I had so much fun with this. Thank you for watching, I've been Kai.